So this is a very interesting thing that, like, may have not happened to a couple of people, like, who are watching this video, but I know for a select few of us, and, like, especially, like, you know how it is, it's like, hey, you're talking to a bunch of friends, or you're checking a forum site, or checking, like, hey, you know, what is the next series that I should be checking out? And this happens with a ton of series that you always keep hearing about the same ones over and over again. Man, you should be watching Naruto, man, you should be checking out One Piece all the time, Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul, you know, all these stuff, and I feel like, especially now, when we keep hearing these series, like, the ones that we keep getting beaten on and on and on and on and on, you just keep hearing about them, a lot of the time, and you, like, check them out, and you're like, okay, you know, you might find it was alright, I thought it was, or, you know, it was average, or I, you know, don't really care to hear it, and you just keep hearing that same sentence, like, honestly, I feel like the way how people overhype and kind of, like, even as well, like, go very high with, like, some series, like, they may be critically good, or they might have a good series, but overhyping and going crazy with series, like, can definitely ruin, like, the way, like, a perspective of, like, someone that actually wants to enjoy the anime or the manga and just, like, generally enjoy it for what it is. And definitely I want to talk about this today in this, like, little discussion, is talking about, like, anime series and mangas that you've been ruined on. I'm not talking about, like, hearing spoilers and stuff like that, although that could go to addition, like, you just, the first thing you say, like, oh man, you check Tokyo Ghoul, there's a bit where someone dies in it, or, like, you know, oh, you should keep checking out, it's a masterpiece, it's a masterpiece, it's a masterpiece, you know, hearing that. I mean, I can definitely say this from the perspective as well, when I've actually been on both sides of the aisle, like, where I've actually been the guy that has drilled someone. Like, I am no fucking innocent little boy here. I've done the same. I have actually generally ruined one of my friends. Me and another friend absolutely ruined one of our friends on Magi. We wouldn't shut the hell up about Magi. We used to be, like, calls every day on Skype and just keep talking about how much we love Magi. This is happening in the chapter this week. Even is the same. It's one of the reasons why I kind of lost a lot of interest in Bleach, and especially when you come to me where you see a little bit more vocal, especially when you, like, listen to stuff like comment sections, you check out stuff like forums, you see articles, you see stuff like that, and you hear the same things over and over again. Man, you should be checking out One Piece. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, if I'm generally thinking about, like, the series that, like, really get towards, like, over the most in the series, like, I generally feel like if I got into one ridiculous amount of, like little fanboys and ties to the series, like, and that's the thing, like, it's a great-ass series and all that, it has some great-ass moments, but that stuff really can ruin someone on checking out a series, and definitely just doing that as well. I'm even going to say this one right now, like Toriko. I don't care for the series. I think it's average. I even think it's overrated. I like the stuff that it does like that, and I have been completely ruined on it, and it's like, I have that mindset now for it. I'm sure it's a decent ass series, but for what I saw of it, like for 100 chapters or so I saw of it, I thought it was average and very overrated and all that. It's like people fighting for soups and shit. Like, I find that generally just stupid. But some people like that stuff, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing for you to like that stuff. But the difference is, if you keep drilling someone about it, like, man, you, like, always saying, man, fuck you, you're talking about, you like stuff like Fairy Tail, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, and I'm sure people don't like hearing about Fairy Tail. People have been ruined on Fairy Tail because of the whole thing of the one-shots, and even that's something to do with the quality, but even still, keep hearing it. Someone kept saying, man, Fairy Tail's awesome, Fairy Tail's great, you know, you should keep ruining it, it's the greatest, like, shonen series out there. It's like, yeah, people aren't going to check out it because of that. And even having that saying, like, oh, you shouldn't check it out like that, and there's so many, like, people that do that, like, oh, you shouldn't check it out because it has one. But I like to keep out with a positive perspective on series and all that. Like, I think Sword Art Online has some fucking issues in it, but I ain't going to be there, like, bitching about it all the time. You know, I say, you know, it's good for what it has issues and all that, but I guess that's the thing, like, people are way more vocal with their opinions online, and even as well, like, it's pretty much my old job here. Like, I pretty much have to be vocal and tell you my opinions on stuff like that. But it's like, do you want to see me do 6 videos at a time, or like say that, and just keep talking about why I love Gintama? It's the same thing. I overly rate Gintama and all that. Like, some people don't want to see a comedy series, and some people find it a joke, and it's like, oh, I don't want to wait 70 episodes for the story to happen, or I refuse to watch Conan because it's just literally nothing but, like, you don't get a story until, like, 100 episodes in. It's like, I can understand that, and I admit that. I ain't no, like I said, I ain't no good little boy with that shit as well. But I like to keep it condensed. Like, that's the thing. Like, honestly, I've been ruined on series as well, and I feel like a lot of people, I've heard people that have been ruined on Tokyo Ghoul, they refuse to read it because of that. I've heard people, like, they refuse to read Naruto, they refuse to check out One Piece, and especially as well with my side group friends, like, we absolutely, at this point, I know just on my perspective, I have no utter fuck to give for Toriko. Like, honestly, the fan base is that toxic at this point that I generally can't watch it. And I know there are some people, like, one of the people I know who, like, on YouTube is a decent guy, and he talks about Toriko chapters, and he doesn't scream it down my ear hole, and he's a nice guy, like, generally is like that. And plus he likes Gintama as well, so he's a good, decent guy. So I mean, just saying. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think? Have you been ruined on an anime series before, or a manga like that? I mean, we all know, like, we have personal different opinions and all that, and there's like, yeah, you're gonna have a higher quote to watch that, but you know, I'm kind of curious, like, have you been ruined on a series before? Like, I've been ruined on a number of them, and you know, although, you know, it's kind of also as well pushed me to finally check it out. I mean, if I didn't have that push, I would probably never checked out One Piece back in the day. But I feel like now I probably would have gone out there, especially at like how much of the drag those real good chunk of first episodes are on One Piece. Like, a lot of people just wouldn't have cared for it at all if it was just like that. But it's like, yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. But that's all for me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.